Have you ever unlocked your phone, stared at the screen, and then realized you have absolutely no idea why you picked it up? You weren't waiting for a message. You weren't looking for anything. Somehow, your thumb just performed the ancient ritual of checking notifications, and 5 minutes later, you're scrolling through a stranger's vacation, a headline you don't care about, and a video of someone organizing a refrigerator you never asked to see. If this sounds familiar, you're not simply bad at self-control. Your brain has learned a habit that can run before conscious intention even enters the room. The strange part is that you may genuinely want to stop. You put your phone down, return to your work, and within minutes there's that tiny impulse. Check it. Not a command, not even a strong desire. Just a feeling that something might be there. That feeling is the doorway into the psychology of compulsive checking. Your phone has become less like a tool you deliberately use and more like an environment your brain automatically revisits. To understand why, imagine you're working on an important task when your attention suddenly dips. The task is difficult, repetitive, or slightly uncomfortable. Your brain wants a quick change in stimulation. Your phone offers one with almost zero effort. One tap can produce a message, a like, a new post, breaking news, or absolutely nothing. And that uncertainty matters. Psychologists call this variable reinforcement. When rewards arrive unpredictably, checking can become especially persistent because your brain keeps asking, maybe this time? Think about a slot machine. You don't pull the lever because you know you'll win every time. You pull it because you might. Your phone works on a softer version of the same learning principle. Most checks are boring, but occasionally there is something exciting. A text from someone you like, an unexpected notification, or a funny video. Your brain remembers the occasional reward, not all the empty checks that came before it. So the next time boredom appears, your hand already knows where to go. And here's the uncomfortable twist. Sometimes you don't even need a notification. Your brain can start generating the urge internally. You're standing in an elevator, waiting in line, sitting at a red light. There's a 2-second gap in your attention, and suddenly your phone is in your hand. Congratulations, you have turned boredom into a cue. But there's another reason this habit survives. Checking your phone is an incredibly efficient escape from emotional friction. Maybe you're anxious about an email. Maybe a project feels overwhelming. Maybe you don't know how to start. Maybe you're simply tired. The phone gives you an immediate alternative. You don't have to solve the uncomfortable problem. You only have to change your internal state for a moment. And that moment teaches your brain something powerful. When discomfort appears, escape. Quick question. Have you ever opened your phone to just check one thing? Because you were avoiding something that would take less time than the checking itself? Exactly. Sometimes the phone isn't distracting you from the task is sending you toward the phone. This is where attention becomes the real story. Every time you interrupt yourself to check your phone, you're not only losing the seconds spent looking at it, you're also creating a transition cost. Your brain has to reconstruct what you were thinking, where you left off, and what you were about to do. A tiny interruption can become a much larger break in mental continuity. You may return to the screen physically while your attention is still somewhere else. And now we reach a deeper problem. Constant checking trains you to expect novelty. A book feels slow. A long conversation feels slow. A work session feels slow. Even your own thoughts can feel slow. The issue isn't necessarily that everything became boring. Your brain became accustomed to frequent stimulation. When novelty arrives every few seconds, ordinary life can start feeling like it has buffering problems. But don't make the mistake of thinking the solution is simply deleting your phone. Your phone is useful. You need messages, maps, work tools, banking, music, and communication. The goal isn't to become a monk who communicates exclusively through handwritten letters. The goal is to stop your phone from deciding when your attention changes. That begins with friction. Turn off non-essential notifications. Move tempting apps away from the first screen. Log out of accounts you compulsively revisit. Keep your phone physically out of reach during focused work. These sound almost ridiculously simple, but that is the point. You're changing the environment so the automatic behavior encounters one extra moment of resistance. Then replace the cue. If your brain reaches for the phone whenever you feel bored, anxious, or stuck, give it another response. Take one breath. Stand up. Write down the next action. Look out the window. Continue for 60 seconds before deciding whether you actually need the phone. You're creating a pause between impulse and behavior, and that pause is where choice begins. Here's the part most people miss. The biggest change may not come from checking your phone less. It may come from discovering what you were trying not to feel when you checked it. Because once the distraction disappears, the original emotion becomes visible. Boredom, anxiety, uncertainty, loneliness, mental fatigue. And that is the part most productivity advice skips. If you learn to tolerate small amounts of discomfort without immediately escaping into stimulation, your attention starts becoming more flexible. You can stay with a difficult paragraph. You can finish a boring task. You can sit in silence without needing to fill every second. You're not merely reducing screen time. You're rebuilding your ability to choose what deserves your attention. Try one experiment today. For the next hour, don't aim for perfect phone discipline. Instead, every time you reach for your phone, ask one question. What was I about to do? If you have a genuine reason, check it. If you don't, put it back down and continue. That tiny question exposes the automatic loop. You begin noticing the moment before the habit, rather than only noticing the habit afterward. And remember, the goal isn't to never check your phone again. That would be ridiculous. The goal is to make checking intentional again. Your phone should respond to your needs, not manufacture them. The difference sounds small, but psychologically, it's enormous. So the next time your hand reaches for your phone without permission, don't immediately blame yourself. Get curious. What triggered it? Boredom? Difficulty? Anxiety? Habit? A search for novelty? Once you can see the trigger, you can change the response. And when you repeatedly choose the response instead of obeying the impulse, your brain learns something new. An urge is not an instruction. If this video helped you understand a habit you've probably experienced hundreds of times without noticing, hit like, share it with someone whose phone seems permanently attached to their hand, and subscribe for more psychology, behavior, and self-development videos. And the next time you feel that tiny urge to check your screen, pause for 1 second. You might be surprised by how much choice exists inside that 1 second.